The role of the prophet in the Bible was not about predicting the future, which is good because they were kind of bad at it. Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm a deep skeptic, also a pastor. So, what's interesting is a lot of people will hear the word prophet or prophecy and assume it's talking about predicting the future because that's sort of what the modern expression of that is. But in the Bible, the prophets had a different role that involved the future but was not really focused on the future. It was sort of future adjacent. So the actual role of the prophet in the Bible was to be the voice of God to the people. Now, that voice of God was often warning them about the impending doom, right? About the consequences of how they were at that time. And often they weren't saying, like, here's what I think. They were saying it in God's actual voice. It would say, the Lord said, blah. And then it was God speaking through them. So, like, God speaking on behalf of God and saying, you are not doing what I have asked you to do. You need to fix it, or else something bad will happen. And the or else is the prophecy part, is the future part, the future adjacent. Remember I said that. And they would say, like, if you don't change your ways, then this bad thing is going to happen in the future. And the good news is, a lot of times that didn't happen, which meant if they were just future tellers, they were really bad at it because it didn't always happen. And to be completely honest, a lot of stuff in the Bible didn't actually happen the way the Bible says it happened. And we can find that through other historical sources or, through the fact that, like, there's not enough water on the planet for a global flood, even in the air and the glaciers, but that's a different video. And why does this matter? Well, it matters because if you're going to the Bible and trying to have it predict the future for you, you're actually not going to find that in there. Because the Bible's idea of prophecy was not about predicting the future. It was about saying, like, if you don't do this, this bad thing will happen. The bad news is the usefulness is not like in predicting who is going to be the next presidential nominee or winner, or some sort of like financial prediction that will help your 401k or whatever. The way that it can help you is that these messages are timeless, right? The message, the bigger message, that when you are on the wrong path, you need to go back to the right path so that you don't experience consequences. That message is the same. And another really important message is often that if you have waited slightly too long and you turn back, you will have consequences, but they won't be as bad as they could be. And all of these things are true. Now, the details of those may or may not have happened exactly as they said in the Bible, but the bigger message, the deeper message, that we should follow our loving God into being more loving and graceful people. And when we haven't been that way, we need to fix it and get back that way. And if we're in the middle of experiencing the consequences of not doing the right thing, we should start doing the right thing as soon as possible so that those consequences are lessened. All of that is true. So you see, even though the prophecy might not have predicted the future, it turns out to have been true all along. I just thought you should know.